Hey, all you sexy liberals, I hope you're enjoying the show, but it really won't matter unless we all get out and vote because, oh my God, Ruth Bader Ginsburg is fighting cancer again. The woman is like Hulk Hogan suplexing cancer all the time, and we can't let her be replaced on the court by Donald Trump. Are you, I'm just saying, if Ruth Bader Ginsburg was here right now, she would say,
"What's wrong with you? You're gonna leave an old lady to fend for herself on the court with Brett Beer with Winky Dinky or whatever his friends are, Kavanaugh? That's right, eating all my Oreos. You're not gonna outsmart RBG. Will you guys get out and vote already? How long I gotta stay on this court? 4,000 years?
and we would all owe her a big apology and a vacation after this is all over. And speaking of vacations, Tucker Carlson is apparently trout fishing, which is, of course, Fox code for hiding from the fact that his head writer was a racist, misogynist, incel psychopath in online chat rooms. Who would have thought? Every time one of these Fox News hosts says the quiet part loud on Fox, they end up going on vacation. It's almost, do they have a sandals resort just for racists? Is that, well, I've had the time of my whites, and I owe it all to you. All right. But either way, while he's away, they've got to fill in for him, which I think, quite frankly, is going to be huge.
I can't, I'm real. Wait, mm-hmm. 1 minute. Oh my God. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Karen with Karen LaKaren. I'm Karen. Welcome to my show. I'm so excited to be here on Fox News. This is my dream come true to be here supporting our troops and our flag and Donald John Trump, God bless him, and MAGA and CAG. And we are all here for America, and we do not kneel, and these colors don't run. And I want to say thank you to Fox for giving me my own show and having all my stuff in one place instead of little clips all over the internet. It's so much better. And I want to thank Tucker Carlson for clearing out this spot and letting me have it while he goes trout fishing. So have fun trout fishing, Tucker, and I will see you at the hot event we spoke of in South Carolina. So, okay, let's get the show started off right with my Magalog. Okay, let's get something straight. First of all, I did not give you permission to film me, but you can. You can DVR this, because I don't care, okay? Take it what it is. Get it what you got. This is the truth, okay? And deal with it. So, here's what is what, okay? There will be no mask wearing on this show. No one is wearing a mask. I'm not wearing a mask. None of my guests will wear a mask. No one's wearing a mask. I don't wear a mask when I go to the grocery store. I don't wear a mask when I go to get my hair done. I do not wear a mask when I go to CVS to get my salve. I'm not wearing a mask. And have you ever noticed how all these global warming vermin who all want to cling to the Paris Accord and suck up to Iran so they can have $1 billion to bomb Israel and because they hate Jesus, you ever notice how much they were worried about CO2? Oh, CO2 is going to destroy the environment. CO2, until they want us all to wear masks and breathe our own CO2? Huh? I put that mask on and I have to breathe my own CO2? That smells like straight cat ass. I'm not going to lie. It smells like cat food and gingivitis, and that cannot be healthy to breathe that all the time. So I am not going to do it. Not wearing a mask, forget it. Okay, go ahead. Now, let's go to our first story. First up, of course, Brad Pascal. Brad, oh my God, he's so exciting. Look at him. He's so sexy. He looks like a cross between a white supremacist Viking and a garden gnome. And those are two of my three favorite things. Honest to God, look at that. Just wonderful. There has been fake news that he was demoted. Okay, he was demoted by Donald John Trump because he saw how amazing his polls were and got so excited that he would want to get rid of the guy that's helping him make America great again. I don't think so. What he did was he moved Brad, he gave him a promotion backwards, like in an upwards, downwards, like he's talking about the numbers going across the border when he talks about that. That's what he did with Brad, because you don't put your generals on the front line. You keep them back where they're safe, and you send the poor people up front. And so he moved Brad, and Brad's wearing a mask in that picture. I don't like that, but he was undercover with the deep state, and they were planning a raid to help John land his plane in front of Pizzagate. But Brad has not been demoted from his position. I want you all to know that. Brad is doing his job better than ever and making America great again. Now, Ivanka, oh my God, perfect woman next to yours truly. She is so fantastic. I don't know if you know this, but Ivanka is holding a can of Goya beans. And Goya, the owner of Goya, was on the podium with our beloved president, Donald John Trump, who is beautiful. And the president of Goya said something wonderful about the president of our country, president to president. And he said that something like Donald Trump's better than the birth of his children, or something really normal, not even a big deal. And there's been this big backlash, apparently, and like from the Backlash Matter movement or something. Anyways, they all decided to stop eating Goya beans. And so our perfect first daughter came out in support of Goya beans. And we all are taking the boycott and turning it into a toycott. Whatever you leave out, your trash is my toy. So I'm going to start in my house. That's all we eat right now. And I have to be completely honest. It's a little rough on the digestive system. It's a shock. It's a shock. But we're all doing it for America, to make America Goya again. And I have to be completely frank. When I saw her holding this can of beans, I thought this had something to do with her converting for Jared, because it looks like Jewish beans for Gentiles, honestly. But it's not, and we support it or whatever. But I am so excited right now, y'all. This is a dream come true, not only to have my own show, but on the phone right now with me is our president, Donald Trump. Mr. President, are you there?
Well, thank you very much. And how when I
it is such an
when I was,
honor.
The radical left was saying, "Is he all there? Is he all there?" And I proved I was all there because I aced it. I aced the test. And he should take the same exact test, a very standard test. I took it at Walter Reed Medical Center. In front of doctors, and they were very surprised. They said, that's an unbelievable thing. Rarely does anybody do what you just did. But he should take that same test. But
I love
he has been totally taken over, and I think it's because he doesn't understand what's going on. I watched him today. I watched him over the last couple of weeks.
President, if I could ask you a quick question.
I look forward to debating him, but it looks like he wants to try and get out of the debate.
It is my show.
I think we're doing very well in the polls.
Yeah,
I think
it's my show.
If
You're
you
on
look
my
at the
show.
different
This is
states,
not.
I think we're doing very well. We're rapidly rising. I was with the president of Mexico yesterday. We had an incredible day.
You can't get to come in here and tell me
we have
what to do.
Tremendous Hispanic support.
Okay,
we have
you can just
tremendous
get out of
African
here if you're
American
going
support.
to come over.
I think we have great support. Period. You look at the boats. You look at the bikers. You look at
I will call
everything
the
that's
cops on
happening
you.
in our country.
Okay,
There's great
I don't
spirit.
care. I don't
Spirit
care.
like nobody's ever seen
me.
before, actually. And
Have
there's
them
no
film
spirit
me. I don't care,
for Joe.
because I will call the cops on you. This is
We're going to rebuild the economy. We're going to bring back jobs from all of these foreign lands that have stolen our jobs on horrible trade deals. We're going to continue to make great trade deals. We're going to finish rebuilding our...
Hang up and try again.
And now it's time for my final thought. That was it.
Am I the only person that snickers every time Pence says his whole of America approach? I mean, dude, it's just too easy.
And now it's time for the Mike Pence Gospel Hour, brought to you by Closet Cases, for a truly organized closet.
Well, I went down to the river Galilee, and the Lord, he saw my browser history, and he said, you'll never get to Calvary with that glory hole in your soul.
We'll be back right after these messages from the NRA.
But he's just the vice president. That's it. He's not the president. The president is Trump is so bad, it's like he could go pro at sucking. This, said Putin, but there's a point where with Trump, I feel like you'd have to work at it to screw up this bad. Like it has to be sabotage because no one's this dumb. Like Trump could teach a class on ruin. Okay. Let's print some money. Okay. I was born a genius, probably the best in the world, smartest person. I won awards for how high my grades were. And when I got into college, they had to build a new business school just to be good enough for me to go to. I was the first person to ever attend Wharton and had the best grades, which is, while I was going there, I was also captain of the football team, developed lasers for Reagan's Star Wars program, and also had the best looking girlfriend and her friend. And through all that, I was the greatest success. And now I'm going to teach you how to be the greatest success ever. So, I am Donald John Trump, and this is my disaster class. A lot of people think that screwing up is easy to do, that you can just be the worst at something by accident. It's not true. It takes a lot of effort. You have to be so smart to be dumb. And most people don't realize this until it's too late and I'm in office. The important thing, though, is that I'm going to teach you today how to be an unmitigated disaster and still come out on top. My first Trumpism, you're going to want to write this down, preferably if you have a Sharpie. I have one always nearby. This one is a blue Sharpie. I used this one to create a river once. I had a map. There was no river. Arizona, very dry, nothing. Drew a line, now there's a river. So easy. Write a book. But write a book about something that you are currently the worst at. As if you're the best. Honestly, I can't tell you how important this has been to me. And even better, here's a little addendum. You can write this in Sharpie on the side of it. Have someone else write it for you and never read it yourself. I wrote The Art of the Deal at the same year that I was losing more money in New York real estate than anyone in the history of New York real estate. Think about that. In this module, you will learn the 3 rules of success, probably 5 rules of success. Some people even say 7. I have 7 rules of success or 10 rules of success. The first one is all blame, no shame. Never be ashamed of anything you should be ashamed of, ever. And if there's something you should be ashamed of, it's someone else's fault. Never look weak when you can just be weak. It's super easy, and then relax. There will be a bonus. I'm gonna add a bonus. Don't tell them, but I'm adding a bonus to this. There's a bonus to this. I will show you the secret to accordion hands, button on Jeopardy. Accordion hands, button on Jeopardy. This is my secret to addressing crowds. So good. And I will teach you how to make crap sound like a bonus. Okay, I'm ready again.
Later in this course, you will learn how to properly tuck a neckgina. It's not as easy as it seems. You will learn my Adderall, Sudafed, Codeine, Cialis, Rail recipe, better than blow and not technically illegal by this much. You will learn bad breath as a leadership skill. If you can't clear a room by giving orders, this is a great fallback. It's always worked for me. How to be upwind even from yourself. That is really so good, and not easy, but probably should have been done a long time ago. See, didn't even feel it. Smells like acorns. Next, as a bonus, you will learn how to write boobs on a calculator and show your friends. The magic word for my management style is, of course, covfefe. Many people thought this was a mistake. I don't make mistakes. There aren't any mistakes. There are no mistakes. I have right here something that I just thought of just now on a piece of paper. And this is, covfefe is actually a secret code for success that you can use. First one is covfefe. It's the letters. I thought of this, where you use the first letter of a real word or one that you've made up that's yours, that you own the patent on. I have a patent on covfefe. Co-opt. Take what you want, even if you said you hated it and attacked it. That's always take credit for things you hated but turned out to be right, which it will be, you'll find most things. 2, overshare. Overshare. If they don't want to hear you ramble, they're probably Democrats, secretly Democrats. So, vilify. Call people names, preferably ones that describe you. That's the trick. It's like an 8 Mile thing. Fear, live in it, protect it, and always remember. Envy. Make people envy you the way you secretly envy them. See, that's fart. That's what the F means. It's fart. Anytime someone else leans over, or you can even ask someone, go, can you pick up that for me? Like that, and then everyone will think it's them. I learned this from my sister. And the last E is not envy again, which a lot of people think it is. It's eat. Much as you want all the time and never exercise. Eat. Try the fish delight from McDonald's. You'll thank me. Just walk up and say, I would like a fish delight. And if they don't know what you're talking about, you're probably in a Wendy's. And finally, the power of digressing. How to go completely off topic and still be on topic in your own head. Because if you really think about it, we had the best economy that anyone had ever, and then we had the art, something came along, the China virus, the Chinese, you can call it whatever you want. It's got like 19 names or 20 names. You can say 19 different ways. And, you know, we had to cut it off, but the stock market was setting records and nobody, Hispanic unemployment. There was, you know, and all through this MS-13 had come over here and the Democrats want open borders and you can't have because if you have more testing, you create more cases and the testing creates the cases and we have more of those. And so if we had less testing, we would have fewer cases. But the therapeutics are coming along well, and the third quarter is going to be fantastic, and next year is going to be the best year we've ever had. And you know, manufacturing jobs, and we just finished, but the China plague, it came in, you know, before the ink was dry. You're going to have, and you know, people are like, there's some people who aren't going to vote for me because they're going to vote probably he's going to be your president because you don't love me. But at this point, the way Mike Flynn has been treated is so unfair. going to be, I'm calling it Transition into MAGA. And we're going to keep America going great again. And if you're not, and with these people will come in and they're AOC, and she'll come in and she'll say, you're fired. And that's my line, but she'll say it. And are we done? I didn't even get to the part where I teach them how to be 1,000% right, even when you're 100% wrong. Are we done? Are we, which way to the air, what am I supposed, where do I go? Where? I'm not.